Okay, this is Mystic Juicer back with some more Yomi. Oh no, it's not.
Stick juicer.
No, this is I Am Nobody and your friendly neighborhood fluffiness.
Hello.
Yeah. And we're here to bring you some more exciting, vivacious commentary on Yomi Olympic Carnival. Right now, we've got a prime selection of competitors tonight with fivec versus vengeful pickle. Nothing strikes fear into somebody's heart more than a vengeful pickle.
Hmm?
Okay, Pickle looks like he's adopting your strategy and not leading BBB.
BB.
Yep, they both have teams, and let's just go over those teams again real quick. They are, Fivec has Setsuki, Geiger, and Trock versus Pickle's Persephone, Vendetta, and BBB. Man.
BB, yes.
Yes, classic! The classic! The first
Classic
turn
turn
5
1
attack.
5 attack.
The classic first turn Ven 5 attack beating Trock King.
To the 7 attack, though.
Yeah, and then, well, now this turn, Pickle does a king throw, and it all comes full circle.
Comes full circle. So I was saying he's playing at one point. Huh.
Excellent, good dodge. Because...
So it's worth extra.
Yes!
King.
Already doing
About-
exactly what he needs to do in this matchup.
Bow for your wisdom.
Yep, because Trock has a stupid amount of options that he can get up with against Vendetta. He has both jacks and queens and kings and double aces.
And triple aces.
And, well, that would be terrible. But yes, he could do that. If I ever see a Trock play Beast Unleashed on Wake Up against Vendetta, I will slap him in the mouth.
That's just what I want to see. I want to see Trock play Beast Unleashed into a King attack.
Okay, so that's something I try almost never to do in this matchup, and using Diving Pincer Slice on
Raw.
Trock's knockdown. You really want to minimize those chances of giving him those attached blocks, and there's not that much that the Pincer Slice is going to beat that you can't get away with even better just using a mix-up normal there. Although it will beat a jack, which is nice.
Is it? Because how slow is 3.2, so it loses to Fast Jack.
Well, not if he's knocked down, which he was.
You're right. Uses... Well, it's just straight up better. I guess it beats King Throw.
It does beat King Throw, but so does a nice meaty mix-up normal. Yes, Pickle going to the throw, sensing that Fivec is trying to just take advantage of...
A lot of players do against Trock is they're scared to throw because Trock has an amazing throw game. They take advantage of that and just block and block and block until they get Beast Unleashed.
Yeah.
You have to go all in on them early.
Although, to Vendetta's credit, he's probably the least likely character in the entire game to get hit with Beast Unleashed.
Yeah, unless Trock dodges into it. But
Yeah, but then you shouldn't be... You don't... Yeah. If you have Acro and no Jokers, then you don't play attacks. You just play throws. Alright, well, Vengeful Pickle actually has a good life lead here.
I was expecting coming into this matchup. I just want to see if Vengeful Pickle follows Riker's School of Vendetta play, which is just dump your hand all the time because you're going to refill it with his passive anyway. I don't think he's going to do that.
No.
Otherwise, he would have fully pumped the jack a few turns back.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully I didn't psych fivec out, because I told him earlier today that he had a 100% chance of winning this match.
I mean, I don't think fivec's the kind of player that gets psyched out by that.
Ooh. Because, like I mentioned to you, and I also told fivec earlier, if fivec loses this game, this match, it will literally be the biggest upset in Yomi history, or at least recorded Yomi history.
And he'll be famous.
He will be famous. Because currently, fivec is literally the top player in ELO. And Vengeful Pickle is bottom 5%. Great combo. Puts fivec back on the ground. Vengeful Pickle has not even been touched. He has 8 cards in his hand and has knockdown advantage.
Pickle has lost literally one combat the whole game. No block.
Yep, dodge. That's I find that play acceptable. Unfortunately, fivec is content to just hold back.
Like earlier.
At this point, with the right cards, Vendetta can kill off of any combat reveal.
Hands, then. Any combat reveal becomes lethal. Ends becomes lethal.
Alright, fivec getting some points on the board. Not content to go down like that.
Pickle a perfect game.
Although losing to Troc Qs is just a way of life for the rest of the Yomi cast.
Expect the grappler with the dragon punch.
Uh-oh, it's the Crimson Tide.
It begins.
Fivec settles for straight knockdown off of that. I presume here he's going to go for a face card, a red face card, because on Vendetta's knockdown they're pretty unassailable.
Yeah. And they're definitely better than the black face cards, that's for sure. With black queens, anything he's going to queen.
Oh, by red I meant attacks. As in Jack or Queen. No, he goes for... Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Wake up Surgical Strike.
Is the best time to use Surgical Strike.
Yes, absolutely. If I had Surgical Strike, I would have played it there 100%. Fucking legendary. Wow. That was an ass whooping.
It was.
Maybe I closed my eyes, but did Pickle even power up for a single one of those aces?
Single ace. That was a naturally drawn Surgical Strike.
Jesus. Wow.
Since turn 3 Pickle, why was your heart pounding so much?
Because I might have psyched him out too. I kind of hyped this matchup a little bit to them earlier.
Now I want to see Vengeful Pickle's Persephone. Fivec playing either Troc or whatever, the Geiger.
All I know is, on a personal level, if fivec does lose, he's going to be so pissed at me.
You hyped it up too much. That's why
Yeah,
he
because
lost.
I told him he had a 0% chance of losing, and that if he lost, it would be insane and ridiculous.
If you had told me that before played against Tobosu, I might have lost.
Exactly. You, I forget what it's called, where you change the outcome of an event by measuring it. But normally that applies to using an electron microscope while trying to measure electrons. But okay, Setsuki versus BBB. This is a curb stomp battle.
This is not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario would have been if fivec had picked Geiger here. Awful for Pickle.
Oh, because then Geiger would have gotten away.
Because then he doesn't get his free win for Persephone.
Yes. Although, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine fivec's going to lose this game. He's already the best Setsuki of all time, and this matchup is insanely good for her.
So it doesn't actually end up mattering. But yeah, again, next game, then I'm going to be really disappointed in him. No pump mistakes on this combat reveal.
Nope. First turn 32 damage combo.
Satsuki showing off how skilled she is. He's actually really, really skilled in Satsuki.
Yes, there's no doubt that fivec is, by a good margin, the most skilled Setsuki. Like, if you take his matches out of the database, a lot of her matches that she wins become even or worse. I mean, a lot of Setsuki's matches is what I mean.
Isn't that the same for many of the characters that have one specialist on them?
It may be, but that just But Setsuki has a lot of people who play her. She's not an unpopular character.
Like, for example, if you took the top player off of Purse, then Purse would just...
Yes. If Fluffy's data was taken off of Persephone, she would be a dumpster.
She still is a dumpster.
Okay, so I assumed Pickle had a Joker because of his comment on the first turn of chagrin at the first turn double ace, because that makes it sound like he regretted not throwing the Joker because he didn't expect it. So that Joker to me was expected.
Or like Satsuki's like hand is always perfect. And there's nothing.
Yep, dodging the easy breezy beta thrust. Yes, to win this matchup, BBB has to land an out-of-nowhere king throw and do all kinds of other really difficult things to do.
Because it's so easy for him to just fall back out of range.
Yep.
Get into range in the first place, actually.
Yeah, because the way BBB wins is he enters range, saves up a bunch of cards over time while doing, milking them off of HP. Then when he gets out of range, powers up all those cards for double ace and uses the power of piss. Ooh, damage, son.
I would have preferred playing any other normal attack here, but hey, at least he gets damage.
I always prefer using any other normal attack. When people use Robo Headbutt, it triggers me. But Jesus, this is good damage.
Oh wow, half health. Half health.
Holy nuts, 33% damage off of that. I still think range would have been better, but my god, that's a lot of damage.
He's making a case for range not being better there.
Yeah, especially if he can get access to the aces now anyway. If he can, then he's actually in a winnable position.
Might actually just kill him because hand against the Satsuki as a BBB.
because Piston Hurricane
Not
is a ridiculously good move.
watch him play double piston hurricane. Wait, no, one of them is in the graveyard. Um, lost.
Okay,
No king snipe this game.
yeah, I respect the king, but
Play it. Oh yeah, this is over.
yeah, unless Pickle, yeah, I was gonna say uses an overdrive here, and then, but even then, a single ace will kill any overdrive
And
powered card.
like he could kill it with overdrive, queen pump pump, queen pump pump, but he doesn't have enough cards for that.
Yeah, plus 5-ec would just use Shuriken Hail, and it wouldn't matter.
BB has to block and then win every combat from here on, I think.
Yep, that's exactly what he has
Surprise,
to do.
surprise Piston Hurricane.
And there's the Shuriken Hail that I expected. And that's game.
Yeah, that's game. That was 5x showing off his Suzuki.
Yep, BBB won one combat, and while it was very nice, it's not going to do it.
Not even close enough.
Well,
Each character is going to play. 5x goes for his. I think 5x would go for his. Character that's not Geiger again. Here.
what's that?
Trying to figure out which character each person's going to go for.
Uh,
Geiger versus BB. Oh no. BBB here. Why?
so I'd like to consider my knowledge of Yomi is pretty high up there, but this match I actually don't really know much about. Although it seems by the matchup chart that Geiger destroys him.
What happens? You both go to range. You both build up 12-card hands, and then Geiger has better late game than has a better late game threat than BBB does, and Geiger just closes out in 2 combats when BBB would take 4.
Geiger also has a better early game and middle game, so maybe not a better middle game, but definitely a better early game and late game.
You know,
Ooh.
wins is if he can get it to range and then land 2 or 3 good queens, so that when 5 comes back up close, he loses to 2 double aces. Vengeful Pickle has to win 3 or more combats when they come back close. Then there's no way he can grind out Geiger.
And unfortunately, Geiger does have some really good options here. For example, King is an amazing range escape.
Only range escape, and he already used one. So,
All right, Vengeful Pickle smartly just leading with the King right there. It's almost always the correct move.
they're so scared. BBB actually uses normal surprisingly rare. I find a lot of BBBs use normal surprisingly rarely. Scared to just attack into BBB's range. So I don't.
Vengeful Pickle taking
5
advantage
attack.
of speed 1 normals.
Get the 5 attack there. To be honest,
You what, the 5
it's not
attack?
beating. Not like it at all. It's not beating anything that Vengeful Pickle's gonna play.
Yeah, it's not a super high percent play to King on their knockdown.
Down anyway. Like the damage. That's what I like to see.
All right, Geiger gets a card, pays 13 life for it.
Pickle can win 1 more combat before he's knocked out of range. He's in a really good spot. Ace, power up again, ace, and vet, and then that would be a win.
Ooh.
Geiger's hand is not just basically full of time spirals. BBB doesn't have aces or power-up fodder. Much more likely than the other.
Another win off of a quick normal into jack combo. 13 damage. Yeah, this is horrible for fivec right now.
He just keeps on making these weird decisions at range, like super slow normals.
Well, I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe fivec is just assuming that if he loses combat, he's going to lose to a dodge, and he has a joker to avoid damage. But Vengeful Pickle is just pressing buttons. He does not give a fuck.
Had a joker, you should have just played it 5 turns ago.
I mean, his hand just could be legitimately terrible, but
Does have some hands that are absolute crap. But really, he just should. He has at least a dodge. He should have at least a dodge in his hand.
Pickle can now win.
And Vengeful Pickle hasn't.
Pickle can now win off normal into ace combo.
Where you want to be as Geiger. Never. Oh. That is a feel bad.
And he doesn't even bother throwing out the face down. He did not have a joker, so that's... Oh my god, that's terrible. And now normal can ship him to death. Yep.
And as soon as fivec goes back to close range, if he gets back to close range, it's gonna lose to double ace, followed by double ace, followed by double ace.
Doesn't play the king there for the knockdown, but I mean it was pretty obvious fivec didn't have the joker anyway, so...
Yeah. And now fivec has to have his Geiger beat a Persephone.
Yeah.
Doable, it's just
Yeah.
not where you want to be.
No, it's not. Although winning with Persephone against Geiger does take... I mean, you can't just pick up Yomi and do it. It's a good matchup for Persephone, but you need to know why it's a good matchup.
How good Vengeful Pickle's Persephone is. I've never actually seen his Persephone, so I don't know.
Alright, fivec has to beat Persephone with both Trock and Geiger.
Trock would be a lot more easy than Geiger here, but I guess let's just do both anyway. The order doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. It matters a little bit if you care about getting your win rate up for game wins.
Oh, that is a terrible Persephone play.
Yeah, Geiger is not going to be playing something that loses to that first turn.
The only move that he would ever open with that loses to that is
Queen.
or
Yeah.
Queen, which is just not happening. Though I'm also not a fan of Geiger. I am not. No. Bad. This is so bad for Vengeful Pickle.
Yeah, that was not a... Well, it's clear he does not... he doesn't know exactly what to do in this matchup.
Geiger with throws, not with Mistress Command. You Mistress Command late game to get rid of all his fours. But that Barrier Soul was amazing.
What did he
He's gonna
get?
want either.
A joker? Oh,
He got a joker and a 4. Fivec has the chance to shuffle.
Yep, and fivec even played the block there, risking having a
which
draw.
Was super risky.
Yeah.
Although Vengeful Pickle dodged, which 5X, the two things that would be optimal for him to play would be a throw or a fast attack.
Okay, so he powers up for all the aces already. So now he can't do any more deck power-ups later if he doesn't like what is flipped. But he might just kill him right here.
But
So
that any 4 damage from hand with only those aces and then 3 unknown cards. Huge risk of just dying in one combat to Geiger here.
okay, definitely respect that gold burst.
Not going to get a better gold burst than that in this matchup, and even then it was not a great gold burst. He just pushed off the fall. Although I guess now he can just threaten double ace to disrupt every single temporal distortion combo possible.
Yep.
Which is huge in this matchup because that's the only attack that beats double ace.
Well, Cyclone Revolution beats it.
Geiger has a throw. Actually, no, that's not quite game yet because he'd have a throw, which leaves him with 5 cards. Double ace leaves him with 1 card. This is lethal, actually.
He's just going all in. 52 damage. So now,
If Persephone ever wins a combat and gets her 10 back,
yeah, it's game over. He's gonna
just wins the game.
Yeah, he's gonna lose 90 hit points without being able to do a single thing.
So this is actually the way for Geiger to win. But what happens is that if Vengeful Pickle wants to give him the 9 here,
Yep.
and then if 5Ek ever loses a combat and gets knocked down, it's game.
If Pickle, I mean, Pickle wants to play a throw here because if 5Ek had another attack, he would have put it into that string for more damage.
The reason he wouldn't have played the extra attack was attack.
Yep.
Yep.
Boom.
And that's going to be game.
Yeah, if Pickle plays this right, he can win the game from here, 90 damage.
Actually, no, there's one more turn because he's going to have to give him the 2.
Well, he's
Which
not.
leaves one more mix-up, 2 attack, even block, then 5X can make it out. If it's an odd block, then 5X screwed. Did he retrieve the 10? No, he did not retrieve the 10.
No, and plus Pickle should have saved the aces there for maximum options off of combos to keep the knockdown.
Pickle does not know how to play Persephone.
No, he...
Damage on Persephone, the damage is never worth the vortex. You want the vortex more than you need the damage.
Yeah, especially when you have a real chance at a full life lockdown.
All he needs to do there was say that Geiger did not have an even block, and it was a game win.
Mm-hmm.
It's back, actually, Geiger advantage, I think. Because Geiger just needs to win 1 or 2 combats. The line of play for Vengeful Pickle there should have been back a 10 from the discard, and then 2 double ace this turn.
Yep. But, I mean, it's still pretty tenuous for 5Ek, especially depending on what he draws.
Except that now, Vengeful Pickle, Vengeful Pickle would have to use his aces again, probably. Be able to, if he wants to get his double aces back. It would have just been a game win for Vengeful Pickle. There was a 9 attack, 9 card. You can still get the lock. One unknown card, which is X combat, is going to be his last draw for a while. Control what it is. Get the double ace, which is really important.
Absolutely. All right, fivec better hope that he just got a king.
Yeah, fivec better hope that he gets a
Oh
combat
my
win here.
god, those reveals were horrible for fivec. That's a lock right there.
As soon as if Geiger does not win the next combat, he's dead.
Yeah, that. Oh my god, those reveals were probably the fucking worst things he could have he could have pulled out. Oh my,
Ace.
it's terrible for him. All right, well, if Pickle wins this one with a freaking 90 life lockdown, there's only one person that. Oh, and he dodged.
He does it. They do it. Unknown. Unless that's a Joker, that was a mistake from fivec.
It is.
And wait, what? Pickle used Mistress's command? What?
Well, if he gives him a queen and a 7, or no, just 2 sevens actually, it's still over.
No, I mean, because there's 3 aces in discard, and Pickle might not be able to power up for another ace.
Oh, that's true.
And fivec is still going to get at least one more draw that is not affected by Bare Your Soul.
No, he's not. He's going to draw the queen this turn, so he'll have 2 sevens and a queen in his hand.
A card before Pickle can play the next Bare Your Soul.
Oh, unless he has one in his hand.
Also, Pickle just forced fivec's queen to the discard. So now it's not a lock.
Oh, now it's not a lock again. Damn.
There's just so many things that it's like, I want to get rid of a good card like his queen, and then you realize, but if I don't get rid of the queen, I just win the game here.
Yep. Well, fivec is still in a very tenuous position. Okay.
Okay, it's going to be over. Geiger doesn't have any extra damage, but now 7th throw wins Geiger the game. Has the huge potential just also win him the game. So when Vengeful Pickle had the game on lock, that spot.
Honestly, I would have rather had the dodge in my hand there.
I mean, we know he has 2 sevens and an unknown card.
Yeah, so if you're Vengeful Pickle here, I don't know. I guess you just play a fast attack and hope
I
doesn't have another
I would
dodge.
take Queen.
This is another lock if he...
No, there's still one more. There's still one more draw that.
That's right. That's right.
Because Pickle can't get. Actually, no. He already has double ace in his hand. He just takes back a 10.
Yep.
Because one more draw before he gets locked. If Vengeful Pickle realizes it this time, no. That's you never take back 5s as Persephone. Never.
Oh.
No, wait. Oh god! And how many time spells are there in the deck? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 already. Yep. He's gonna get exactly what he wants for the next few turns. Of course, that can backfire horribly if Vengeful Pickle had taken Bare Your Soul.
Yeah, he just takes all the cards that he wanted and gets rid of them.
That didn't happen. Persephone's most important card. Instead of going for another knockdown, what? Vengeful Pickle. Play double ace.
Yeah, it wasn't optimal, but now 5x life total is getting to a dangerous point where he's just going to lose the game conventionally soon anyway.
Yeah, but if 5x played double ace, he gets 4 cards back. 5x loses 10 more health. Knocked down. And just... wins even after this play. I don't know what's wrong with this. Like...
Okay, so fivec is unloading the known cards in his hand. So now his hand is mostly a mystery.
He has one jack.
I think it's a queen. Was it? I thought it was a
Or was
queen.
it was a jack.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, yep. You're right. You're right. It was a jack. And there it
That's
is.
the game.
Well, he doesn't have
Look, look,
TD.
look.
If Pickle has a Joker, he's still alive.
He already used a Joker, and no, he doesn't. Oh, can Fivec risk it?
And now,
5X.
if fivec has a king or can power up for aces, then it's over. Yep. Unless Pickle top decks Joker right here.
And discard.
Well, I mean, one
Wait, no, there's
Joker
only-
in this card.
And that he had used both Jokers. Yeah, no, Fivec absolutely made the right decision there, because he cannot risk Persephone getting 3. Yeah, this is, unless Vengeful Pickle top decks Joker, his hand already. Did have the Joker. He doesn't.
That was a roller coaster of emotions.
Potions. But
And if you're Pickle there, I think you play a throw. If you don't have the Joker.
you play throw, because the only things Fivec ever does here, dodge.
Yeah, he dodges if he somehow, for some reason, reads that he drew the Joker, or he just goes for ace-ace. So if you can't beat the ace-ace, just throw.
That was just so many times when Vengeful Pickle just should have won the game, but he didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a roller
Oh,
coaster of emotions.
Same thing against Trock. Trock out of blocks, then that's a game win.
Although it's way harder to get Trock to drain his entire hand.
Trock drains his entire hand as long as he can drain his blocks. Oh, would he stop doing that? Why? Why would it work?
Well, I don't know. I think that's a much higher percent play against Trock. I mean, Trock...
Expect it to work turn 1, especially if that was your turn 1 the previous game. It's a valid line of play. It's just that it. This game can match the excitement of the previous game.
Yeah, the previous game was pretty good.
This is what Vengeful Pickle needs to do against Trock also. Use Persephone's strong throws. Early lead on Trock.
Yep, go ahead and give Trock the 7. That's the right
Fine.
call, I think.
I think you want to get rid of the 2s. Wait, what cards are in the... Get rid of some of the 2s. Or
Yeah.
maybe the 3s.
Well,
wanna get
you already know that
Trock the
Fivec has an odd block, so it's
Why-
probably best to just keep feeding him odd blocks as opposed to the 2s, yeah.
The 4. The 4 is an amazing card to feed Trock later in the game when you want him to not be able to block.
Yeah,
Just-
the 4 blows. There's no reason... I mean, 4 is like one of Trock's worst cards, and...
and just in general, but especially in this matchup.
Yes.
5 are just the cards that Trock never wants to see here. We'll see. Hate him.
If I'm 5X here, I throw. Yep.
You've been right.
Yeah, because the likelihood of Pickle having another double ace to combo into off attack was bad. I mean, he might have run into a Lash.
Yeah, Lash is still risky against Trock when Trock doesn't have giant growth up yet. Once he does have giant growth, it's amazing, but before then, it's risky.
But yeah, I definitely would have thrown with Trock that turn.
Double ace, and she has a Barrier Soul in hand. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because he knows if he gives him another 2, 5, I can just power up for an ace anyway and get rid of the Barrier Soul cards.
I would dump the 2 and the queen.
Well, absolutely dump the queen. He gets rid of the 4
Or
again.
It's like, I don't know, Pickle has this thing where it's like 4 means death.
Oh yeah,
But-
superstition. Yeah.
Death for Truck. If I think Vengeful Pickle's going for the mix-up here. Mix-up normal.
He got mix up.
Exactly.
Does he get the counter in for a 10 damage? Nope.
It's just 10 damage.
Straight beat down.
Nope. Has the life lead after 1 combat win.
Yeah, Trock has a couple life points. And Persephone does not.
Persephone's dealt 3 more damage to Truck than Truck has to Persephone.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you just keep feeding him those 2s and 3s. I mean, it's better him drawing those things than drawing all the rest of the amazing cards in his deck.
That is 100%.
Because, like, okay, he doesn't draw a 2. Instead, he draws a fucking king.
King in hand. But yes, that the general point is correct. You don't... It's like, I don't know, it's like Vengeful Pickle read a Persephone guy that's like, you know, cards and Barrier Soul, and he's like, yes, I do want to get trash cards so that I can feed my opponent the good ones. That is not what you do on Persephone. Cards. Don't trash the trash cards for them.
Oop.
That happened. And then that happened.
And then that happens. He dribbles it in.
And I'm going on against Vengeful Pickle, and he just lands the Mistress Command. And it's like, what is happening this game? This is his turn.
Well, to be fair, I have no fucking clue why fivec busted out a 6 attack.
Oh wow, that 5 hand.
Yeah.
Sure. Pickle gets rid of a Joker here.
Yeah, that 6 attack was awful. I mean, I'd much rather just do a 3 throw. You still would have lost, but...
Comprehensible decisions this game.
Well, I mean, obviously... Oh, dear God.
Fivec was expecting Vengeful Pickle to have to use double ace there, because he knew that Vengeful Pickle had double ace, and he knew that he had just powered up 2 throws.
Well, I mean,
Persephone.
fivec was forced to use a Joker there by command.
Not have to.
What?
Just command is not. You cannot bluff. You cannot force them to bluff with Mrs. Command.
No. The bluff he didn't, but the gold burst.
He used a second Joker to blue burst.
Yes, I agree. I thought you were talking about it was a bad play to do the gold burst, but I was just...
The gold burst was Mrs. Command, but it was a bad. It was. I mean, I know Fivec was trying to catch the double ace for 16 damage. Instead, he got the king because Vengeful Pickle had more throws.
Yeah. Blocks correctly on a knockdown turn. That's hey, look, Vengeful Pickle's life total.
That is an interesting life total.
I could have sworn I saw something that had that number on it before. I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah, maybe it was Satsuki's life total that had that like, you know, Satsuki's life is that number, but come back to me. Maybe Graves. Yeah, it's Grave. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
It's...
Yeah, because I know that there's a AAA super in this game that does 45, but you're right, it's Grave.
Trock, nothing to fear from Trock.
Yep, 5X going fishing.
This is Pickle's just doing what fivec wants him to do here. Jet for cards, getting the good cards.
And then powering them up for Beast Unleashed. And
fivec has an ace in hand already.
Yep.
Goose get a second ace. But he has 2 out of 3 aces needed. And he's just... She's attacking with... Stuck at 5 cards, and she can't actually recover.
Yep, and he's used actually a good amount of he used 3 kings, 3 8s, a 7, and a 10. And then there's a war.
So
5X pays the 10 life to have the War Stomp go through, which at that life total I think is perfectly reasonable.
But Persephone does not want to counter worse than 5X, because Trock, in this matchup, Trock will always pay, and then Persephone has to discard 2 cards instead of just 1.
Yep.
That is just always horrible for... He just lost 2 cards in that trade.
Yep. And so 5X going to be fishing for jokers now, I'm assuming.
Vengeful Pickle has double ace in hand and then unknown cards.
Yeah, so 5X, so 5X going to be dodging, fishing for jokers, and yep, there it is, obvious to everyone. Vengeful Pickle puts down a face down because you have to. 5X does not respect it.
It's not a joker.
Well, that's it. Hey, that did 45 damage. That's crazy.
Okay, if your entire hand is attack throw, then fucking throw him.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there we go. Attack
Fucking
dodge.
dodge.
Yeah,
He
although that
dodged.
still sucks. But
So at least it doesn't straight out lose to Beast Unleashed.
yeah. All right. That was surprisingly hype, but 5X does fulfill the prophecy that you can't you can't lose.
The elo is too high. The elo is God.
Yep. Once you're that good at the game, you can't lose to someone who's that low. Well, thank you, Fluffy, for joining me for these games. All right, what are we? I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna play myself out. It's theme music. I have nothing more to say. We'll do more than talking someday. No more, son of a bitch. No more talking. No more, son of a bitch. No more happy face. Woo!